Hello everyone, welcome to back my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Reality television thrives on reveal, shock, redemption, and humanity, but every so often, a story rises above ordinary drama and becomes something far more powerful. This week, that story belongs to Amanda Halterman, beloved star from 1,000-Pound Sisters, who has finally broken her silence about a major illness she has been battling behind the scenes. Fans knew something was wrong. They saw the quieter presence, the missing episodes, the sudden shift on social media. But no one knew how heavy the truth really was until Amanda chose to tell it. What she revealed was not only heartbreaking, but inspiring. And this is her story, her fight, her fear, her family, and her triumph. The calm before the storm. When viewers first met Amanda Halterman on 1,000-Pound Sisters, she stood out immediately. Bold, hilarious, fiercely protective of her sisters, and absolutely unfiltered. Amanda wasn't just a side character, she was a presence. The Halterman-Slatton family dynamic felt incomplete without her sarcasm, her one-liners, and her ability to speak uncomfortable truths without hesitation. So when the most recent season began filming and Amanda wasn't appearing as frequently, fans grew curious. By mid-season, "Where is Amanda?" became one of the top search queries within the 1,000-Pound Sisters fan base. Amanda continued giving vague updates online, posts about taking time for herself, reminders to get checkups, occasional photos with noticeably less sparkle in her eyes. But she shared no specifics. Privately, however, her world had begun to shift. Behind the scenes, Amanda was facing symptoms she didn't yet understand, symptoms that would eventually lead to her diagnosis. The first sign something was wrong. Amanda later explained that the earliest warning signs were subtle: crushing fatigue, sudden bouts of dizziness, swollen joints, severe stomach discomfort, occasional migraines, and a weight drop that wasn't tied to dieting or exercise. At first, she brushed it off. Filming days were long. Family life was chaotic. Stress was high. After all, Amanda had spent years helping her sisters through their health issues. Picking up the slack wasn't new to her. She assumed her body was simply overwhelmed. But the symptoms intensified. Some days she couldn't get out of bed without shaking. Other days, her hands swelled so badly she couldn't grip a steering wheel or hold her phone. Then came the night she'll never forget. She was sitting alone in her living room, preparing bills, when an intense wave of chest pressure and dizziness hit. The room blurred. Her breathing grew shallow. Her heart raced wildly. She panicked, unsure if she was having a stroke, a heart attack, or something entirely different. The next morning, after hours of pacing, tears, and fear, she made the call she had been avoiding. She contacted her doctor. That phone call would change everything. The diagnosis that changed her life. Amanda underwent a battery of tests, blood work, scans, heart monitoring, autoimmune panels. Days of waiting turned into weeks. Fear slowly became her shadow. Finally, the call came. Her doctor wanted to meet in person. That alone told her something was wrong. Sitting in a cold exam room, Amanda received the news. She was dealing with a major autoimmune illness, one that had likely been silently growing for years before finally triggering enough inflammation to disrupt her daily life. Amanda has not publicly shared the specific name of the illness out of privacy, emotional exhaustion, and the desire to fully understand it before the whole world dissected it, but she confirmed that it affects her energy levels, digestive system, joints, immune response, and long-term health stability. She learned her body had essentially turned against itself. For someone who had always been the strong one, the caretaker, the protector of her sisters, the diagnosis hit her harder than she expected. "I wasn't prepared," Amanda later admitted. "I'm usually the one saying, 'We can handle this,' but this time I wasn't sure I could." The emotional toll. "I didn't know how to tell my family." Amanda's biggest struggle wasn't the disease itself, but the thought of telling her family. For years, Amanda had carried the emotional and physical weight of helping Tammy and Amy navigate their own health journeys. She had been there through hospital scares, rehab visits, weight loss surgeries, breakups, and breakdowns. She had always been the support system. How could she suddenly be the one in need? Days passed before she mustered the courage to share her diagnosis. She replayed the conversation in her head over and over, imagining different reactions. Would they panic? Would they blame themselves for not seeing the signs? Would they feel overwhelmed after everything they had already gone through? When she finally told them, the reaction was the opposite of what she feared. Her family stepped up. Tammy cried and asked what she could do. Amy hugged her and said, "It's your turn now, we got you." Chris, ever the rock of the siblings, told her, "We're not losing you. Not today. Not ever." For once, Amanda allowed herself to lean on others. And it made all the difference. Treatment begins. A new kind of battle. Autoimmune illnesses don't have simple cures. The best doctors can do is control inflammation, slow disease progression, and manage symptoms. For Amanda, treatment meant new medications, lifestyle changes, dietary adjustments, regular monitoring, and giving herself permission to rest. Resting did not come naturally to her. Amanda has always been a doer, a mover, a fixer, a fighter who rarely sits still. Doctors warned her, pushing too hard could trigger flare-ups and make everything worse. So she had to learn a new skill, listening to her body. This meant taking breaks even when she didn't want to, canceling filming days, skipping family gatherings, staying off social media when symptoms spiked, relying on others for help. It was humbling. It was frustrating. And some days, it felt like losing pieces of herself. But it was also necessary. Why she kept it secret for so long? Fans noticed her absence, and theories began forming online. Some suspected stress. Others assumed family drama. A few guessed health issues, but Amanda stayed silent. Why? Because I wasn't ready, she admitted in her recent statement. I needed time to understand it myself. You can't pour from an empty cup, and for a while mine was bone dry. Amanda didn't want pity. She didn't want speculation. She didn't want the illness to become her entire storyline on the show. She wanted control. And now, months later, she finally felt strong enough to speak. The day Amanda finally spoke out, Amanda chose to break her silence through a heartfelt video post. Unlike the comedic, sassy tone fans were used to, this one was calm and raw. She appeared tired but resolute, sitting on a couch with soft lighting. Her message was gentle yet powerful. I've been dealing with a major illness that changed my life. I'm not sharing this for attention. I'm sharing it because I don't want to hide anymore. Life is short. Health is fragile. And I've learned you have to face things head on, even the scary stuff. Fans flooded the comments with support. Celebrities from the TLC universe reached out. Thousands of viewers sent prayers, love, and encouragement. Amanda didn't expect such a tidal wave of compassion, but it helped her more than she ever imagined. The Halterman-Slatton family response. A new era of unity. If there is one thing the 1,000-Pound Sisters franchise has shown viewers, it's that their family is complicated, funny, chaotic, messy, and deeply bonded. They fight hard, but they love harder. Amanda's illness pulled the family together in a way no storyline ever had. Amy began helping with errands. Tammy checked in daily with video calls. Chris offered to accompany her to doctor appointments. Even distant relatives resurfaced, offering support, meals, and comfort. For the first time in years, the family wasn't rallying around Amy or Tammy. It was Amanda's turn. She wasn't used to being the patient, but she was learning to accept help with grace. The darkest moments. I felt like I was disappearing. No major illness journey is smooth. Amanda faced setbacks that shook her confidence. Some nights she lay awake, terrified of the future. What if the disease progressed? What if treatment stopped working? What if filming became impossible long term? At her lowest point, she confessed she felt like she was slowly disappearing, piece by piece, into a version of herself she barely recognized. She missed her energy, her humor, her strength, her independence, her ability to be the caretaker instead of the one being cared for. But every setback came with small victories too, days where the pain eased, moments where she felt hopeful again, reminders that she was still herself, even if she was changing. What she learned about her body, her life, and her worth. Over the months, Amanda gained profound insight, lessons she now shares openly. Health is not guaranteed. You can be strong for others for years and still neglect your own body without noticing. Asking for help is not weakness. Amanda said she spent too many years pretending she could carry every burden alone. Self-care is not selfish. She learned to prioritize rest, hydration, nutrition, and mental health. Illness does not define you. Even on her hardest days, she refused to let her diagnosis become her identity. Vulnerability is power. When she opened up, she connected with people on a deeper level than ever before. How this will impact her role on 1,000-Pound Sisters. Amanda confirmed she will remain part of the show, but things will look different. Filming will be flexible around her energy levels. She may miss group trips. Some episodes may focus more on her personal journey. Viewers will likely see more candid, emotional moments as she discusses her illness and recovery process. But Amanda is determined to stay involved. "I'm not going anywhere," she assured fans. "I fought too hard to disappear now." Her courage could open doors to an entirely new type of storytelling on the show, one that addresses autoimmune illnesses, self-advocacy, and family support in a raw, authentic way. How fans became her strength. One of the most surprising parts of Amanda's story is how deeply she was moved by fan reactions. She has always been the tough one, the one who joked, rolled her eyes, and held everyone accountable. But when her announcement went viral, she found herself overwhelmed by messages from viewers who were also battling chronic illnesses, caring for sick relatives, afraid to seek medical help, dealing with autoimmune diseases, feeling alone and misunderstood. Thousands of fans told her she inspired them to make doctor appointments, start treatments, reach out for help, or talk openly about symptoms they had ignored. Amanda never expected to become a symbol of resilience, but she embraced the role. "Maybe this happened for a reason," she said softly in her video. "Maybe I'm meant to help somebody else feel less alone." The road ahead, healing, hope, and fighting forward. There is no easy road ahead for Amanda. Autoimmune illnesses often follow unpredictable cycles: good days, bad days, unexpected flare-ups, and constant adjustments. But she is moving forward with determination, faith, humor, and the unshakable support of her family. She continues attending appointments, following her treatment plan, and rebuilding her routines one step at a time. Some days are difficult, but she no longer faces them silently. She has her family, she has her fans, and she has her voice. Her final message to anyone facing their own health battles. At the end of her public statement, Amanda shared words that resonated with millions. If something feels wrong, don't wait. Don't brush it off. Don't convince yourself you're too strong to be sick. Go get checked. Go talk to someone. Go take care of yourself. Your life matters. Your health matters. And you're not as alone as you think. These words came from a place of pain, but also from unbelievable strength. Why Amanda's story matters more than ever. Reality TV often shows drama, fights, and outrageous moments. But Amanda's story is a reminder that behind the cameras are real people with real struggles. Her journey is bigger than a diagnosis. It's about self-awareness, vulnerability, endurance, family, courage, and the power of speaking truth. Millions of viewers saw Amanda as the strong sister, the comic relief, the no-nonsense voice who kept everyone grounded. But now they see her in a new light, a woman fighting a major illness with dignity and grace, a woman who isn't afraid to confront her fears. A woman who continues to inspire fans with her honesty and heart. Her silence is over. Her fight continues. And her story has just begun. Amanda Halterman breaking her silence about her major illness marks a turning point, not just for her health journey but for the narrative of 1,000-pound sisters as a whole. Her openness shines a light on the reality of chronic illness, the importance of early detection, and the value of family support. This is more than a headline. It's a testament to her resilience, a reminder to prioritize health, and a celebration of a woman who refuses to give up.